trust in your faith and open your heart. For today is not just another day in your life. Today is a turning point where something beyond your sight is aligning in the sky to change everything on earth. Your time in this place is over. What you once called home no longer carries the peace you once felt. Even though you tried to ignore it, you can feel it deep within. This place no longer welcomes you as it once did. It's not just the cracks in the walls that you see, it's the silence that screams when the mornings come. It's the weight of the air that presses down on you. It's the hope that fades away with each new day. You've felt how what once embraced you now seems to push you away. And though you held on, the space that once felt safe has now become a drain on your spirit. But listen closely, for I, the Lord your God, have already gone ahead of you and made a way where you once thought there was none. I free things for you that you never dared ask for, thinking they were too big or that you weren't worthy. I've already brought to you what you thought was impossible, and what I said from my throne is already done. Where you saw only destruction and ruin, I've planted something new. Not a home of bricks and mortar, but a place built to heal your wounds, protect your soul, and give rest to your spirit. I've prepared a place where peace will remain, where joy will return, and where the tiredness of the years will be replaced by renewed strength. That is why I say to you, stay where you are. Do not hurry to leave. Do not chase after things I have not sent. And above all, do not turn your heart away from what I am telling you, for what is coming is greater and stronger than anything that has kept you awake in the darkest hours. I have seen every silent tear, and I have counted them all. I have not ignored the burden you carried alone. We will walk together on this journey, all the way to the end. Do you understand why I've brought you here and didn't leave you halfway? Because you have endured too much, too long. You carried burdens that no one else saw, and you loved others who didn't always show that same love in return. You sacrificed your dreams for the sake of others. You held back the words you longed to speak and chose silence to keep the peace in your home. You endured in silence so that others wouldn't have to carry the weight of your pain. But today, I speak to you with the full authority of heaven and declare that the time for change has come. This is not a mere illusion to comfort you, nor a temporary break to help you carry on. It is a divine decree, sealed in the heavens, pure and certain. You did not lose by accident, and you were not ignored out of neglect. I allowed certain things to break, for if I had not stepped in, you would have never been able to escape the place where you were stuck. This cycle is over. The life you knew and held onto has ended. And while the end may seem scary, understand that what feels like an end is truly the beginning of what I have planned for you. Do not dismiss this moment, for it is no ordinary day. You are not hearing these words by chance. I am speaking to you now because something in the spiritual world is moving in your favor at this very moment. I have opened doors that were closed for years. I have unlocked situations no human hand could touch. And more importantly, I have released answers that were held back because you stayed in places where my presence was no longer there. I have broken chains, torn down walls, and cleared paths that the enemy thought were off limits to you. Now, listen closely, for I have already delivered, and I have already laid out the path ahead. The new season is closer than you think. This is why I speak to you with love, but also with urgency. Stay where you are and do not ignore these words again, for this is a rare and significant moment. It may be your final chance to receive what has already been set in motion for your life. Don't let the noise of what you are losing drown out the promise of what is coming. I am your God, and today, I tell you, your case is closed, and your miracle has already started. Listen closely to the one who formed you, for what I am telling you is not a passing moment, but an eternal decree from my heart to yours. I have seen your struggles. No struggle within you has gone unnoticed. I have been there in the lonely nights when you felt abandoned. I have heard the silent prayers you whispered into the dark, the ones you thought no one else could hear. I have counted every tear you shed when no one was around to see. Every sigh in your moments of pain reached me as a sacred cry. And today, I want you to know that I have decided to step in, not only to comfort you but to show my power in your life in a way that you will not be able to ignore. Today, your miracle is on its way, but don't expect it to come with great fanfare. Often, my answer comes in ways so simple that your mind may miss it. It could be an unexpected phone call that changes everything. It might be a sudden idea that sparks a plan you never thought of. Perhaps it will be a divine connection with someone I place in your life at just the right moment. Do not disregard it, for I, the Creator of all, work in ways that go beyond human understanding and shatter the limits of logic. If you are hearing these words now, it is not by chance. This moment was prepared for you by me. I arranged this encounter because there is an answer waiting for you, a word meant to ignite what you thought was lost. A divine touch that will mark the beginning of an unchangeable transformation. Right now, as you read these words, I am already at work. Even though you cannot see it, the unseen forces of heaven are moving on your behalf. The pieces that once seemed scattered are coming together with divine accuracy, and every part of your story is being rewritten by my hand. While you are simply listening, I am changing entire chapters of your life. What once hurt you will soon become a testimony. What appeared to be an obstacle will now be a stepping stone. I want you to believe with boldness, not with weak faith, but with the assurance that there is a plan for you that cannot be stopped, a purpose that cannot be stolen, and that you, yes you, are at the center of that perfect plan I set in motion before you were even born. It's time to let go of the fear that has held you down for so long, to stop carrying the weight of the world as if it were yours to bear. That burden was never meant for you. I have always been the one who held your life safely in my hands. Today I say to you, let go, rest, and trust in me. I am your provider, and nothing you need will be missing. I am your peace, and in me, your soul will find the rest it longs for. I am your guide, and I will not allow you to stray from the path I've already set for you. Remember, what you call waiting is really the time when I am working on things you cannot see. Do not rush, for the roots of what I have planted in you grow quietly before you see the fruit. Do not think I am idle because you don't hear any sound. Even the smallest whisper of my will has the power to move mountains. Right now, I am bringing together people, resources, and circumstances that will form the bridge to your promise. You will not fear lack, for I will multiply what you hold in your hands. You will not fear confusion, for my light will clear every shadow. You will not fear the storm, for I will be your shelter. So take these words not just as something to hear, but as something to hold on to. Walk forward in expectation, for the ground you stand on has changed. Where there was once a desert, life will grow. Where there was once sadness, joy will fill the air. Where there was once defeat, I will bring victory. And when my work is done, you will not say, I did it, but rather God did it. Before your life even began, every step you would take, every valley you would cross, and every mountain you would climb was already written in my book. Nothing in your life has been random. Even what seemed like chaos was under my watch and part of a plan that is now beginning to unfold and will forever change the direction of your life. I allowed certain seasons to last longer, not because I forgot about you, but because I was preparing a place where my promises could grow and thrive without being destroyed by the first storm. The pain you thought would never leave was meant to be the evidence that I can turn the darkest moments into the brightest dawn. Your struggles, even the ones no one else knew about, were the place where my hand worked behind the scenes. The enemy thought your tears were a sign of defeat, but every tear that fell in sorrow became a seed of blessing in my hands. I heard the voices that rose against you, the words that tried to bind you to a past that no longer exists. I saw how some turned their backs when you needed help the most, yet you kept moving forward. I know the weight of every step you took and the strength it required to keep going when everything seemed to be closing in on you. And now, like someone opening a door that has been sealed for years, I tell you that what was once blocked is now starting to move quickly. It will not happen because of your own strength or connections, but because of my power working directly. The help I am bringing you will defy logic. A shift in a faraway place will bring a response to your home. A word spoken in a place where your name is on open doors for you. What seemed dead will suddenly come alive. Where there was a drought, fresh water will begin to flow. Where there were walls, windows will appear. Where you thought there was only one path, an abundance of opportunities will open up. For a long time, you tried to carry everything on your own, believing that if you let go, everything would fall apart. What you didn't know is that I was waiting for you to stop fighting the current so I could carry you with the strength of my river to places you never dreamed of. When you stop believing everything depends on you, you will start to see how the impossible begins to happen without your effort. What I'm sending your way won't be limited to just one area of your life. My answer will be complete. Healing for your inner wounds, restoration for relationships that need my touch, provision to break all limitations, and clear direction for the decisions ahead. Heaven is arranging a series of events that will come together at just the right moment. That moment has already begun. Remember, I did not come just to bring comfort, but to show my power. That means I will not only calm your heart, but I will change the circumstances. The miracle I am preparing for you may come in the form of an unexpected phone call that changes your whole day, a sudden idea that leads to a new opportunity, or an unlikely connection that brings the missing piece to your puzzle. Don't underestimate these moments, because they are signs that my hand is at work in your life. The invisible threads of heaven are being woven in your favor. I am bringing people into your life that you don't even know yet, adjusting times that are out of your control, and setting up situations where what once seemed like obstacles will now become stepping stones. There is no detail too small, no challenge too big, that can stop what I am releasing in your life. As I speak, your story is being rewritten not with ink that can be erased, but with the eternal seal of my perfect will. The course of your life will no longer be defined by past losses or what you had to leave behind, but by the fulfillment of what I spoke over you before you were even born. The fear that once held you back will now be replaced by an unshakable conviction. The doubt that tried to steal your faith will give way to a certainty so strong that nothing and no one will be able to take it away from you. Do not try to understand everything through human reasoning, for the way I move does not follow human logic. Simply open your heart and receive, for what you thought was delayed is actually much closer than you can sense. This is not just a change of season. It is a complete shift in the way you will experience my work in your life. When everything is fulfilled, you will see that every step you took, even the ones that felt like setbacks, were actually moving you toward this moment. I have seen every path you've walked, and on each one, I have placed signs, even if you didn't always notice them. There were times when you almost stumbled, but my unseen hand held you up. When darkness seemed to close in around you, I sent a spark of light to show you the way. It wasn't by chance that some people stepped away or that certain doors slammed shut. Every closure was a redirection to keep you from wasting your energy on things that would never bear fruit. In this season, I'm not just fixing what was broken. I'm creating something entirely new that has never existed in your life before. It's not about returning what you lost. It's about giving you something new that will surpass everything you left behind in value and purpose. I am building in you a strength that cannot be shaken by the opinions of others or worn down by time. This strength is a foundation that will stay firm even when everything around you changes. I am teaching you that my provision goes beyond material things. My provision is wisdom in times of confusion. It's the ability to know what comes from me and what seeks to distract you. It's seeing clearly when everything else seems clouded. I will reveal hidden solutions to you, and I will give you words that will open doors and win hearts. In the quiet of these days, I have been shaping in you a resilience that doesn't come from self-reliance but from the sure knowledge that you have always had my support. This trust I am planting in you will be the force that pushes you to take steps you once feared. It won't be a hollow impulse, but a journey grounded in the confidence that I am preparing every step you take. Soon, you will start to notice small but important changes. The atmosphere around your decisions will feel lighter. The burdens that once seemed too heavy to carry will no longer weigh you down, and your spirit will begin to sense that something great is unfolding, even if you can't yet see it fully. The restlessness that made you feel like time was slipping away will be replaced by a peace that assures you everything is happening at just the right moment. Conversations will open doors you didn't even look for. Resources will come to you without effort, and alignments will occur that couldn't be made through human effort. When these things happen, you'll know it's not by chance, but by a plan that has been set in motion long before you knew. In this time, I am not only positioning the pieces of what is coming, but I am also setting boundaries to protect what I am about to place in your hands. I will not let the new be tainted by the old, nor will I allow what tried to harm you to mix with the good. I will sharpen your discernment so that you will know when to move forward, when to pause, and when to close the door. This work will not be interrupted. Nothing and no one will be able to stop what I have already set in motion. Though there may be voices that try to create doubt, my word will stand firm, and my purpose will not change. When everything falls into place, you will see that every delay, every unexpected turn, and every change in direction was a necessary part of bringing you to this moment. What I am releasing right now is not something temporary, but a lasting transformation that will shake the rest of your life. And when my work is finished, your perspective will be different. You will think differently, and the strength with which you walk will prove that I have been with you every step of the way. I know there have been times in your life when you felt trapped in an endless corridor, with no visible way out, and a silence that made you think nothing was moving in your favor. But what you didn't know is that while you thought everything was standing still, I was creating an opening so precise that it would appear at the perfect moment, neither too early nor too late. Every delay was part of a plan to align everything, protect you from unseen dangers, and ensure that when the change came, it would be permanent. There are things happening behind the scenes that you can't yet see, but soon they will come into your reality with such force that you won't be able to ignore them. I am rearranging schedules, changing hearts, and breaking down barriers that have stood against you. You don't need to know every detail of how things will unfold because the plan I am working on is too vast to fully understand. What you need to know now is that nothing I do will be incomplete. Every part of what I have planned will be carried out perfectly. During this time, I will place you in new situations, not for you to settle, but so you can learn how to navigate areas you didn't know before. It will be quiet training, but it will be deep and impactful. Unforeseen events will awaken skills you thought were lost and unlock potential that has been waiting for the right moment. When it's time for you to act, you will realize that you were already prepared because I have been working behind the scenes, refining every detail without you even noticing. The transformation I am bringing is not just about giving you what you asked for. I'm going further. I am adjusting your vision so that you can receive everything that is coming. A vessel that is not made strong will break easily, and what I am about to pour into you requires both strength and capacity. That is why, even in moments when you felt like I was withholding something from you, I was actually building your strength so you could handle it without losing it. There will be signs marking this change, and they will not be small. Circumstances that seem blocked up for years will begin to open quickly. Unexpected connections will happen without any logical reason, and opportunities will come that you will recognize as carrying my seal. Some may try to call it coincidence or luck, but deep down, you will know it is the fulfillment of a promise that had been waiting for this moment. Do not be afraid. If what's ahead requires stepping into the unknown, remember that what is comfortable rarely leads to growth. I'm not calling you to a place where you only repeat what you already know. I am stretching the boundaries of your faith, not to overwhelm you, but to show you that as you trust, your resources, strength, and understanding will grow. I am also closing doors that could distract or wear you out in unnecessary battles. Some of these doors may seem good from a human point of view, but they are not meant for this time. Do not mistake opportunity for purpose. What I send may not look appealing at first, but it will be what supports your long-term progress. Remember, I am not making this up as I go. Every step you take has already been planned in my design. And while it may be hard for you to see the full picture now, there will come a time when you will look back and understand why things had to happen the way they did. The puzzle of your life will make sense, and what seemed like interruptions will reveal themselves as perfectly planned moments to lead you to the goal I set for you. And when you enter into what I've prepared, it won't just be for you to enjoy what you receive. It will be for you to be a vessel of what I pour out. I have not preserved you just for you to accumulate, but so you can play a part in a larger work that will reach others. The blessing that is coming will not end in your hands, but will flow through you like a river that never runs dry. Right now, I am starting a movement in your life that is unlike anything you have experienced before. It's not just a continuation of what you've known, nor an extension of the past. It's a completely new work that will take your life to a place where my promises will be so clear that all doubt will be removed. I have set a time for acceleration to take place. What once took years to come to pass will happen in just days. What seemed impossible, blocked by countless barriers, will open up as if it had never been there. I will show you signs that you cannot miss. I will shift conversations, change influences, and form alliances that will change your position in places where your name wasn't even known, and yet suddenly it will be remembered with favor. In areas you once had no access to, new paths will open, inviting you to step in. This is the kind of intervention where my hand moves, not just to give you what you've been waiting for, but to place you at a level you could never have reached on your own. The environment around you will begin to shift as well. Places that once felt uncomfortable will lose their power over you. People who didn't share your vision will move away without conflict, and new people will come into your life with clear purposes to add, uplift, and help you grow. The atmosphere itself will be different. You will feel a lightness in your decisions, clarity in your focus, and strength in your spirit that will show my spirit at work within you. In this new season, I will teach you to manage what comes your way with excellence. I will not give you resources, ideas, and connections for them to be wasted, but so they can bear fruit and grow. I will guide you with specific strategy so you will know when to move forward, when to wait, and when to close certain chapters without regret. The time of acting without purpose is over. And now, everything will be guided by clear direction. Open your heart with faith, for today is not just another day in your life. Today marks the moment when something invisible in the heavens will align to transform everything on earth. Your time in this place has come to an end. What you once called home no longer carries the peace you once felt. Even though you tried to ignore it, deep in your soul, You know the truth. It's not just the walls that are cracking before your eyes. It's the silence that screams at you in the early mornings. It's the weight in the air that presses down on you. It's the hope that fades away each time the sun rises. You felt how what once held you now pushes you away. And though you tried to hold on, the place that felt like safety has become a space that drains your spirit. But listen closely, for I, the Lord your God, have already gone ahead of you and made a way through what once seemed impossible. I freed things for you that you never dared to ask for, thinking they were too big or that you didn't deserve them. I have already given you what you thought was out of reach, and what I declared from my throne is already done. Where there was only destruction, I have planted something new. Not a house of bricks and tiles that decay over time, but a place built with healing for your wounds, protection for your soul, and rest for your spirit. I have prepared for you a space where peace will reign, where laughter will return, and where the weariness of the past will be replaced with renewed strength. That is why I say to you, stay here. Don't move too quickly. Don't chase after what I have not sent. And above all, do not let go of this word I am giving you, because what is about to be revealed is more powerful and more important than anything that has kept you awake in the darkest hours. I have seen your silent tears, counted each one, and I have not overlooked the weight you carried in silence. We will walk together on this journey until the end. Do you know why I brought you to this point and didn't leave you halfway? Because you have endured so much for so long. You carried burdens that no one saw or understood. You cared for people with love when they did not always return it. You gave up your dreams for others. You swallowed the words you wanted to shout and stayed silent to avoid conflict in your home.